Ooh, what's going on, guys? How are you today? I hope you guys are all well. Just starting up a quick live stream. I want to give you guys kind of my review of the Rolex Submariner. That's what I'm wearing today, a Rolex Submariner 114060, 24 hours or so after buying it. And man, I couldn't be happier with being able to get this watch. And again, just want to give you guys some information as to what I think about the watch, how it's going, and what have you. So guys, if you guys have any questions or of course would like to join me, I'm going to post the link in the chat. There you are. So talking Rolex or Rolex Submariner, what do I think? It kind of blew my expectations out of the water. And that's a little bit surprising to say because I had both high and low expectations going into it. Hello. We got Paul M and Kuiper Mike Frog and Paul M. Hello, guys. So it did kind of surprise me overall with how the Rolex Sub kind of wears and how I enjoyed it. Because at the end of the day, I do have my Panerai. We got Laszlo saying, hello, Marco, congrats to your sub. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So it did actually really, really surprise me because I thought, or at least I went into it thinking, how much better can it possibly be than my Panerai, right? Is it really worth kind of triple the price that it's going for, that I paid for it, the kind of Panerai that I have now? And I got to be honest with you, the versatility of being able to wear it on a bracelet is just amazing, absolutely amazing. I love this bracelet. I love the way this watch wears. Obviously, it's waterproof. It's just super versatile, super thin. It wears, the profile on it is incredible. And overall, I was just shocked at how well it wore on my wrist. So we got EPC Acquisitions, thumbs up. Thank you so much. 10-man sub club. That's right, guys. Rolex. Thank you for joining me. Thank you all for joining me. Paul M said, impressed at 21 to get your first Rolex. Like I mentioned in kind of the AC3 stream and the stream yesterday, it's a byproduct of a lot of hard work. And anytime you kind of dedicate yourself enough to something, you can pretty much achieve it with a little bit of time and perseverance. So, again, it was bloody expensive. It really hurt, but, it's well worth the pain I'm enduring in my bank account at the moment. Kuiper Mike Prague says, have you flipped it for a Patek yet? Ooh, I don't think this watch is going to go anywhere, but I get to where you're coming from. Honestly speaking, don't tell this to Archie, but I don't ever see myself owning a Patek Philippe. So, yeah, they're great watches. They're just not what I prefer, That's all it is. They're just not what I prefer, honestly speaking. We got Maynard Joseph the Explorer for your next trick. That's good. Listen, guys, if I can get it and I can pull it off reasonably speaking, like financially, then why not? You know what I mean? Why not also add the Explorer if, of course, I get the opportunity to? There is obviously the financial incentive. Not that I would really want or wear the watch. Again, we'll get into if you would like kind of what I'm looking for in terms of next kind of watches. But for now, I'm pretty satisfied with the sub. I've got my sub on. I'll have it for at least another kind of month, waiting for my PAM to get serviced. So I'm enjoying this kind of honeymoon period and being able to experience this honeymoon with it. Ooh, we got a question. Should I trade a 5196J for a 3410? Let me just pull this up on the screen for you guys, just for those of you who don't know what that is. I like to give kind of value. You know what I'm saying? I love to give some value for you guys. So 5196J obviously is the Archie Calatrava in the yellow gold. I love this watch. This is the one Calatrava that if I could own, it would probably be this one. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of Calatravas in themselves. They're a little bit too dressy for kind of my age currently and what I enjoy wearing. And of course, a 3410, for those of you who don't know, Patek Philippe 3410 is a beautiful thin Calatrava as well. Which one would I keep? Personally, I would say a 5196 is the way to go. This is very nice. It's vintage and it's aesthetic, but a 5196, in my opinion, is just perfect. I mean, there's nothing to fault on it. That dial is unbelievable. It is just beautiful. I mean, look at this. It's kind of got that cream eggshell. Look at these beautiful kind of arrow markers. The Dauphine hands are just gorgeous. Running seconds at 6 o'clock. Unobtrusive kind of design. It's just simple, classic, elegant, and perfect. And the 3410 also is simple, classic, and elegant, but I think this is just so much more beautiful. Just my opinion. JB, dude, I was dead set on a Sea Dweller because of you. I picked up a 14060. Amazing, man. JB, congratulations. Let me just pull that up. A 14060 is, of course, a pre-ceramic submariner. Absolutely gorgeous. No date sub. I think you cannot go wrong, man. The 14060 is a perfect, beautiful watch. It's in the aesthetic and in the kind of league of the real original Submariner. I think that is just a gorgeous pickup. JB, wear that, love that, wear it in good health. I think you made the wise decision. A Sea Dweller is a great watch, but it's just not as versatile and not as iconic as a no date sub. So congrats on that, JB. Absolutely gorgeous watch. Mikey says, are you sure that the excitement that you're getting is just the watch itself rather than the build-up and attention with the Archie streams and Archie? Yeah, of course. But listen, guys, I would still love kind of owning this watch. Being able to kind of share this experience with all of you guys is awesome. You know what I mean? It definitely influences my opinion of the overall watch. But that's not to say that this watch didn't blow my expectations out of the water and that, I didn't really expect it to be anything that great. Let's be honest. I mean, how much better can it be than, like, what my question was and why I was skeptical was, what the heck is this hype all about, And I got to be honest with you. It is well worth the hype. The tapering bracelet, the versatility, the thinness, the profile, the kind of incredible aesthetic, the timeless classic design. And of course, I mean, just listen to this bezel, the build quality. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but the build quality on this thing is just exceptional. So yeah, couldn't be happier with my Submariner. Paddock flip. There you go. Congrats, sir. Even though it hurt, and even though you'll never sell at the end of the day, at the end of the day with a Rolex, you will keep having your $5,000. That's right, man. It's not about the money. It's about the sense of enjoyment that these things bring. And money comes and goes, but memories, especially with the wristwatch, those are forever. Vincent George, just enjoy the sub. Tremendous watch. Yeah. I mean, listen, guys, it's everything I could have possibly asked for and more. So I'm more than happy with this Submariner. Got EPC saying paddocks and pussy, or paddocks are for pussies. I mean, listen, you can't go wrong with a Patek Philippe. Personally, I'm going to come out with a video later today about Patek versus Longa. And personally, I back Longa. I just prefer Longa in terms of their designs, their movement finishing, and the overall kind of technology that they put in and R&D that they put into their watches. I think that the overall package that you get is much better than Patek Philippe, but that's just my personal opinion. So stay tuned for that video. I'm not just going to produce Rolex for the next month or so. I do want to give you guys some variety. This is a watch channel, not a Rolex channel. Paul M, now you got the sub no date. You don't need the Explorer one. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I don't really need an Explorer. It wouldn't make sense in my collection. I really am set in terms of my next watch. Again, we're talking way down the line, way down the line, is probably a Berthier Pepsi, a 16700. And even I think about that, a 16700, a PAM, and a no date sub. Man, do I really need a chronograph and what have you? Who knows? We'll see. Listen, we'll see what life has in store. Not going to start making big plans if those plans haven't come to fruition yet. Kuiper might frog. That money hasn't gone anywhere, big boy. Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? My money is always pretty safe in Rolex, especially that it's a sub. Again, I'll just reiterate something that was first said by JJ Lecoute, but I'm going to echo it, and I couldn't agree with him more. I think there's kind of two tiers of Rolex steel sports. The first tier being the sub, the Daytona, and the GMT, and the second kind of being everything else. And if you buy in that first tier, not only is your money extremely safe, but you're always going to probably yield a pretty decent return on investment year over year. Got Chal 0072 5196J, where it's big, like 39 to 40 millimeters for real. Yeah, and that's also what I would say is actually, obviously that's due, in my opinion, due to the longer lugs. The lugs are actually quite long. And so, Yeah, to me personally, I would just say at the end of the day, get the 5196. It's just a much more big case, a much more wearable case, and in my opinion, the design of it is just absolutely beautiful. Got Vincent George, Longa Saxonia is better than a 5196. I'm coming out with the video tomorrow, and I really do believe that Longa is better than Patek, and I'll kind of list my reasons why in that video. So stay tuned for that video. I really do love Longa. That is just my opinion. Weekday Hustle says stop tapping on the desk. Oh boy. I hope you guys don't hear any kind of background noise or anything like that. That isn't my intention. I'm sorry about that. If of course you do hear that, just let me know down in the comments. We got Ben Z. Marco, congrats. No more spruiking shiders. Listen, guys, I still do love independence, and I still do love kind of high horology watches and high horology complications. You know, my love for watches, other watches apart from Rolex, hasn't gone anywhere. It's just made by buying this watch, my appreciation and love for Rolex has just grown. So that's what I would say. Mikey says Marco said he doesn't really like Pateks and won't ever own one. Posted that in the wrong chat. Yeah, I mean, listen, I love Longa. And then you went on to say I love Longa and Zone. Yeah, I think, honestly speaking, if I were to get a dress watch, it would probably be from one of the independents or from Vacheron, like a Vacheron Patrimony. I love the Vacheron Patrimony, especially the boutique edition with the kind of guilloche dial. Or I would get like a Longa Saxonia, Longa up down, or a Longa one. I think those are probably the options I would go for. But again, those watches don't really suit my fancy, at least at the moment. They're just not. They don't suit my lifestyle. So I wouldn't see myself spending kind of that significant amount of money on a dress watch I just would never wear. It just doesn't make sense. Longa all day. I own 3 of them. Ooh, look at that. He's got a Longa annual calendar as his display picture. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I agree. I really do like Longa. As I mentioned in kind of the video, I think that the movement finishing is a lot more visually appealing. That's not to say Patek doesn't finish their movements well. They finish them just as well, just that the finishing techniques are different. But I prefer Longa finishing techniques, and I think that ultimately the value proposition that they offer is a lot better than Patek Philippe. A lot of what you're paying for in Patek Philippe is kind of the branding, really, the cachet of owning a Patek. Yes, you need a chrono, as AC3 says, off ledger assets. There you go, guys. There you go. I wore a 16110 for the best part of 10 years until I start adding more. Yeah, I mean, guys, you can have a sub and my PAM and call it a day, guys. I really don't need anything else. I just want more watches. I don't think I can be a 1-watch guy, and I don't think I could be a 2-watch guy, you know? I think eventually I will get the itch again to add something else. But at the moment, I mean, listen, I'm just enjoying the full breadth and experience with my Submariner. I am so happy. We got Marty Evans saying, enjoy it, Marco. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Mikey saying, I think it's your keyboard. Oh, it's not my keyboard. I'm sorry. It's my my mouse pad. But what I'll do is when I click on the, what's it called? On the chats, it actually fixes it. But what I'll do is try to lower that. I'm sorry. There's no way I can actually stop that. But we got a guest appearance in the stream of Joe Kramer. Joe, please tell me you're joining the stream after having added a, what's it called? A No Date Submariner. Tell me you joined the club.
No. Still rocking the Omega.
Ooh, let me put that up on the big screen.
Joe, trying to figure out my camera here.
Other way, there you go. On a NATO? Is that a TGV NATO? Please tell me no.
No, it's the official Omega NATO.
There you go, guys. Absolutely gorgeous. Honestly, I'm not one for green dials. You know how I don't like green, but it's actually not really that green. You know what I mean? It's not the kind of green that I don't like.
The shitter green.
Yeah. It's like the alpinist green. You know what I mean? I don't like that kind of green. We got Barry Boy saying nothing attracts carpet beetles. Like, okay, I'm not going to read that out loud. Langmatic Perpetual. Ooh, it's a perpetual. Sorry, what it reminds me of is actually the, what's it called? Longa came out with this gorgeous annual calendar that's got like a pusher adjuster. It's absolutely gorgeous. Much better than any Patek Philippe you can get. Just saying, my opinion. We got Bob in the chat. Bob, Marco, I've noticed your left wrist is very active, and rightly so. Yes, sir. There you go, guys. Wristwatch check. But Joe,
Fist.
I gotta get Joe. I gotta get you. I gotta get you. I gotta get you. Getting a No Date Submariner. You gotta join the sub club, man. Man, it fits your wrist perfect. I don't know why you would pass that up.
I could have ordered a Datejust. I'm sitting outside my Rolex 80 right now.
Oh, really?
They so they had a purple dial, diamond marker, Datejust 36, and I was talking to them, and they said, you know, I made the joke. I said, too bad it's not in a 41, and they said, well, we can order you a 41 Datejust, not the purple dial one, but they can order one. I said, could you get me the blue dial, Jubilee bracelet, fluted bezel, Datejust? And they said, yeah, no problem. It would just be like a couple weeks.
There you go. So you're gonna get a blue dial Datejust?
I don't know. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Pull the trigger.
I want to be like Tim. I kind of want to be like Tim. I want to wait for the Explorer 2. I want to wait. I mean, there's no rush. There's no rush.
You're not going to get the Explorer 2 when it comes out, Joe. You need kudos with the AD. You got to pick up other shit, other stuff. Jeez, I'm already getting demonetized. I'm not even monetized yet. Got Angie says, Marco, enjoy the sub and Pam. Save up for carry when you're 30. You know how much carry Vulainen watches cost? They're like upwards of $60,000, guys. I don't know if I'm willing to spend that much on a dress watch. Listen, I think Bear had a very good expression. I don't know if you like this one, Joe, but I appreciate those watches with other people's money. There you go. Blank Pan says, what's going on? Hey, hope you're well, Blank Pan. Ben T saying, your yacht master, Joe, is my favorite. Oh, I told you this. Red text on any watch is just gorgeous, and it just pops with that rose gold kind of two-tone aesthetic. Just gorgeous. It's unbelievable.
Just put NATO on it.
Joe, don't make me kick you. Don't make me kick you from this live stream. Don't ever say that again. Rolex on a NATO? It's not a Holes case.
Okay, no, Marco. For the same price, do I get a brand new Datejust 41 blue, or do I overpay and get the no date sub for $13,000?
Oh, I mean, okay. Here's what I would say: get the dates, get the Datejust, and then ask for a no date sub.
Two different ADs.
What's wrong with that?
Point is, because if I get the one that's my local AD right now, the Datejust, I'd be looking at 12.5 out the door. So, but that would make it 3 watch purchases with this 80. If I go get the no date sub all the way up in the cities, that would only make it. That would make 3 purchases with them, but it's at a longer gap. So I bought a Tudor from them, a Omega Speedmaster from them, and then it would be the no date sub. As where my local AD, I bought 2 Rolexes from them last year, and I'd be buying one from them this year. So it's closer and more congruent, congruent, if I'm using that word correctly.
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying. What I'm thinking is this, right? If you get that Datejust, there's no reason why you can't at the very least be put on the short list for a sub. You know what I mean? You'd probably get one within 6 months. Is my idea. I mean, date or no date, you can ask them for a no date sub, but the only thing is, Rolex says that the 40 wears smaller than the 41, and I know you got the problem of having a chicken wrist, right? So
yeah.
The 41's too big. That's the only thing, right? If the 41 is too big, that's what worries me. Have you ever tried on a 41 Datejust?
No, not ever. Like, okay, so like even on this watch, it's a little bit big on my wrist, but that's because the dial is wide. The lugs themselves actually kind of fit. I mean, it's borderline it, but
no, it's perfect.
Kind of
let me pull that up. It's just perfect.
I mean, it borderlines. It borderlines. But my issue is, I think the Datejust lugs are just a hair longer. They're like a smidge longer. I don't know.
Oh, we got a good question here. Why didn't you get the Rolex Explorer 1 on the gray market? Honestly, I was so indecisive at first, to be honest with you guys. I was like, should I get a date or should I get the Explorer on the gray market? Should I get one from the AD? Then I finally decided, okay, let's go to the AD. So I started the process with the AD, I guess, back in December, I want to say, or end of November, beginning of December, somewhere around then. I finally met them. I went to the store and when? I think it was February. And obviously got told I got put on a wait list. And then I said, you know what? Forget this wait list 2 weeks later and said, I'm getting a no date sub. And that's exactly what I did. Because ultimately, I was kind of cheesed off by the Explorer. I was like, you have been the bane of my existence. I can't get you from an AD. You're not a hard to get sports model. And you know what? Forget the Explorer. I'm going to get the better watch. I'm going to get the watch that gets me more kudos and is more iconic. Iconic.
Would you say Fike Tim? Would you say Fike Tim's method of getting on your knees and the AD?
Right. I think it depends your situation, right? In my case, Joe, I don't want many watches, right? I'm looking to get probably 5 watch collection at most because 5 I feel is probably
all
is
Rolexes.
Yeah. You can go that route, but I do appreciate and like other watches from other brands, right? And I want to own maybe 2 to 3 Rolex. So paying a slight premium or even a significant premium over retail, I don't really mind that. Like I take into consideration, for example, somebody like Tim. Then yeah, sure, getting a Rolex AD relationship is probably good. Somebody like, for example, JJ, right? Getting a Rolex AD has been very fruitful and very good. But
Right.
somebody, for example, like Mr. Two, right? Who likes the Hulk and likes the Pepsi, both hard to get models. I mean, he would have to spend in Australia, where it's hard to get Rolex to begin with. What do you reckon? Like over 150,000
Really depends because I don't know.
to get both, right? To get both, Joe.
Yeah. I can see where you're
I mean,
coming
it would have
from.
been next to impossible, or you would have to spend so much money. It's just like, is it even worth it at that point? So I would say building a Rolex AD relationship at that point, you're better off just paying the gray market prices, and that's it. We got Tim Wright. What's going on, Tim? Dunkin' Donuts. Cheers, man.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm just waiting for the seminar thing to start. I'm kind of in the waiting room. It's very cheap and nasty over here, but I heard
Wait,
the
you have an
magic
in-class
word,
seminar?
Tim, and I decided, huh?
You have an in-class
Yeah, no,
seminar?
it's like this thing. No, it's like no, it's a licensing thing. I have to come in to get the license for something. Just
Gotcha.
for like the side business. Yeah. But I heard you guys
Put
talking
down the
about
coffee,
the
Tim.
AD relationships.
And he had to come on.
It's so good. Yo, I'm so tired. Man, my clients were badgering me the whole day, so the only good thing about this whole thing is this is my friend, man. It's the only one that's not like yelling at me and not giving me stress and headaches. I had no sleep. I had no sleep, guys.
Oh, I slept
You know
like a
why?
baby.
Oh yeah.
Talk to us, Tim.
Yeah, I didn't sleep at all because until like 4 o'clock at night, I was setting up memberships, guys. Memberships. That's right. You can now become a member of
Oh yeah,
TimWright.com.
it's like the Patreon, right? But for YouTube,
Yes,
right?
yes. You pay
Yeah,
monthly fee. It's like $4 per month, and you will get like special badges and icons and emotes.
Exclusive
You're gonna get the
content.
wow. You're gonna get the wristwatch. You're gonna get the squally and what's it called? The ooh emotes. It's so funny. We're gonna test it out how it works because JC, he's such a cool guy. JC signed up to see how if it even works because it's beta. It's very beta. Like me.
Mikey asking, do Rolex not own a tape measure? I'm assuming, Joe, that was to you saying like if you could see if the date just fits, right? I mean, they didn't have any 41 models that you could try on.
I could have bought the presidential today because they had one in the display case.
Wait, which one?
The champagne dial.
So what did you do? You didn't get it?
No, I'm not paying 40 grand for it. No.
What do you mean? They sell over retail, don't they?
Put it this way: even if I had the money, I don't think I'd wear it that often because
Hmm.
it is so damn heavy. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I like some weight behind my watches, but given how heavy it is, I could see myself not wearing it that often, regardless of the dial color.
Right. Blind Panda asking, doesn't the Daytona actually measure like 37 millimeters? I mean, Tim, you've got a Daytona. Talk to us.
Daytona measures 38.5, and the dial is like 38. Yeah, it's very small. They say it's 40, but and the dial it's small because the bezel is so thick. The whole thing. When Drew picked it up, he said, "Ooh, I like it how it's tiny." See that word, tiny. It is quite a small watch. And I don't know how they measure it. How they get the 40? There's no way because I measured it every which way. I measured the bezel. I measured the the diagonal, and it's still only maximum is 38.5.
Did you measure it with
Unless
the
you
pushers?
include the crown, then it's like 42. Pushers?
We got
Pushers.
Marty Evans saying the new 41 mil
no,
sub
no,
is
not
40.5. This one is 40.3 though, I'm pretty sure,
Yes.
right? 40.3. So 0.2 millimeters will make probably all the difference.
40.3, yes.
It'll probably make all the difference for Joe. Ooh, we got special
they
guest
extended
appearance.
The width of the between the lugs.
Right.
So the proportion makes it look bigger. Hey, JJ.
What's going on, JJ?
Hey, Marco, make me a moderator.
Oh, yeah. Here, if you type in the chat, I can.
I'm only breaking the chat. What are you guys doing? I just came on.
Oh, man, we're just chilling. I'm talking Rolex, talking watches. My initial thoughts on the Submariner and how it blew my expectations away. Much better than getting one of those pesky Explorer ones from an AD.
I heard up in Montreal they're calling you Marco Sweet Wrist.
America runs on Dunkin'.
He's asking, what are you drinking?
But I just drink whatever. I'm drinking Dunkin' Donuts, but I drink whatever is the closest. Like I just got off the train.
Yeah, but what's the order? I think he's asking what the order is.
Oh, no. What are you always drinking from Dunkin'?
Tim definitely orders online.
Large iced coffee, 2 milk, 2 sugar.
There you go.
Large iced coffee, 2 milk, 2 sugar. It makes the perfect color. Look at that color of coffee. It's just perfectly balanced.
Tim, I got a question for you.
Delicious. Pure fuel.
So, Tim, should I buy a no-date sub for 13 grand at a other AD? Or should I buy a Rolex Datejust 41 at my local AD? I would have then on the books with my local AD 3 Rolexes that I bought in the last 2 years. Or if I go up to the one in the cities, I would have bought 3 watches, a Tudor, an Omega Speedmaster, and a Rolex, but about 2.5 years apart from 2.5 years apart between purchases.
Look, I think you should get the one where you get the Rolex. The Datejust. I kid you not. When I was with Drew and we were trying on the Datejust 41, Datejust 41 just wears better. It's a better everyday watch. It's better than the Submariner. I mean, the Submariner is nice because it's got the tool aesthetic to it, but Datejust 41 is just a nice piece to have in the collection. And if you can get a nice configuration, did you see JC's configuration? The blue dial, fluted bezel.
I can order that. They offered to place in the order for me today on that.
That is a magical watch. Dude, like, I want the Datejust actually more than the Sermon. Am I crazy?
Are you out of your mind?
I kid you guys not.
Let me tell you, that Datejust is gorgeous in person.
Yeah.
It doesn't get the respect it deserves, the Datejust, because it's not part of the professional series. But it is a well-built, beautiful watch.
Just because
Let's
everyone
just
buys
get-
the Datejust as a throwaway watch, though. I mean, they buy it, they throw it away just to get up the list.
Let's just catch up on these chats very quickly. Alex Spain saying, "How is the new sub? Amazing. I love it. I can't wait. I'm gonna have this for about a month, probably 3 weeks to about a month before I get my PAM back. So yeah, looking forward to it." Alex K saying, "What happened to Tim? He looks like he just got up from bed."
Honestly, does.
We got EPC saying, "You guys are dedicated.
I
5
had
to
the
6
worst
hours
day ever.
on YouTube a day." Hey, listen, we
Yeah.
try our best. You know what I mean? We can't always do live streams like this in the middle of the day. I'm not really doing anything. I'm in my March break. I've got school work to do, but I could always catch up another time. No worries. No worries on that. Tin Man. Tim says that's the classic Canadian double-double. That's right. And then, of course, we got Alex Spain asking, give us a quick wristwatch check from all of us. We got the sub. Tim, what are you wearing? The sub. And Joe.
Update.
Omega. And JJ, what are you wearing?
Ooh.
Talk to us.
I'm on the road, so I can't really flick on any cameras or anything. I'm actually wearing my Apple Watch.
Turn on the camera.
What? Apple Watch?
Ooh.
It's a bannable offense there,
can't
Marco.
super-
Ooh.
I
we
had
got
to do a
vintage-
a health test, so I wore it.
Hey, it's all good, man. No worries, no worries. Still
Damn.
very good. Vincent George saying, nope, you don't need an old sad Datejust. Ooh, I don't think it's that sad. It's pretty good. And then EPC saying, isn't the Datejust 41 Blue
Man.
Steel waitlisted too? Well, you said you can get it in about 3 weeks, right?
They quoted me like a month.
Yeah, the Blue Dial and the
Yeah.
Wimbledon Dial. Good luck going into a dealer like they're
Yeah.
just sitting there. It's never gonna happen. I waited 6 months to get one from my AD. He's like, the watch is
JJ.
so hard to get.
Honestly, if I wanted to buy a Wimbledon right now, I could, because I know there's one sitting up in my other AD.
Wait, say that
So why don't you
again?
go get it?
You
Go
can
get it. What
you
if
can
they
get a-
discontinue that dial?
Ugly.
You can get an all stainless Wimbledon dial right now.
It's two-tone rose gold.
Oh, two-tone.
Oh.
No.
Two-tone is a whole nother story. Nobody wants two-tone. That's
Yeah.
Uncle Watch. You know Uncle Watch? The
Right.
Asians call it Uncle
Still,
Watch. They
they
do.
just.
Guys,
That's
listen
like
to
a big-
this.
That's a big
That-
thing in Asia. They call it Uncle Watch, the two-tone.
Yeah, I don't like two-tone. Two-tone is tacky in my opinion. It's just not for me. Van Lux saying, Marco, I bet you my unboxing video is worse than yours. The comments I had on my video were brutal. I got to go watch that, Van Lux. He said his Cartier unboxing was worse than my unboxing. I think my unboxing is hard to beat, man. It's about it's the worst unboxing on all of YouTube, but it is a real unboxing, not these fake unboxing that YouTubers do. We got Kuiper Mite Frog saying Tim is in school detention.
Yeah. Marco ripped the box open with his teeth to get that sub out.
Yeah, man, I was freaking yanking it open. Open that up. Tin Man says, I was at an AD looking at a two-tone Datejust 41 with silver dial to buy for my dad's 70th birthday. What do you guys think? Amazing. It's an amazing gift.
Yeah.
Grab it.
Wow.
If you can,
You know-
grab it.
JJ, you know about that two-tone
So-
Datejust,
so let's
guys?
get back
I gotta
let's-
tell you something.
Let's get back to the Datejust because this guy.
Can I just say one thing about the Datejust two-tones?
No.
Like, I actually love the two-tone Datejust, the 41, but they're so expensive. That's the only
Right.
problem. It's just,
But-
I don't
but
have that much
We're
money.
getting
I
off.
love
We're getting
them.
off track of the main topic though. Getting a steel Datejust in a
These
popular
things
dial
aren't.
is still. It's not like you can walk in and get one. You still have to wait. You know.
Right. It's
People
impossible.
make it like it's not. Yeah, you can't just walk in an AD. I mean, maybe you'll get lucky, but I have a pretty good relationship with my AD. When I was asking for the Wimbledon
I
dial,
think
I didn't have a really good one at that time, but I waited like 6 months, and then I told him I found one under retail. He said, honestly, Vic, grab it. He goes, I don't know when I'm going to be able to get you one. You know? So,
Alex Spain saying, Marco, do you
I
miss?
think a
sorry,
Datejust
go
41.
Go ahead, Tim. Go
I was
ahead.
just saying, I think Datejust 41 will look really, really nice. Can you hear me? I think
Yeah.
Datejust 41 is going to look really nice in Joe Kramer's collection because he's got the two-tone Yachtmaster. He's got the two-tone base cover.
No, he's
As
got a
that
luxury
Datejust
diver.
look.
He needs a more tool diver. He's got the luxury diver. Now he needs a tool diver.
And then
I got
they,
the Seamaster.
they'll get him. After 6
Alex,
watches,
that's a
he can
luxury
get
diver. This is a more tool diver. Alex Bain asking Marco, do you miss the date function, or is it just more beauty the way it is? No date. Yes, I love the symmetry. That's what it's all about, the symmetry and the fact that it's iconic because it is truer to the original songs. But listen, again, that's just my personal preference. I prefer no date to a date. And ultimately, you can't go wrong with either. You know what I mean? Both are from Rolex. Both are classic. They're icons. They're unbelievably beautiful. Got Marty
Let me
Evans
ask you-
saying, yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to ask you guys a question, how you felt about it. Let's say my AD calls me, not the one I got the sermon from, the other guy I go to, and I get some pieces from. I had originally asked him about a sub before I got this one. And I told him I originally wanted a no date, and then he said it might be easier to get a date. So I told him, all right, whatever one you could get. I don't really care. What if he calls me? Should I turn down the date and say, no, I'll wait for a no date? Would that be crazy, or should I do that?
Grab it and ask for a no date.
Get it? And next for no, it's not. He's not gonna do both. He's gonna, if he gets me one, he's not gonna get me another one. You know.
Well, because you just got the sermon, right? And that has a date. So I would say probably wait for the no date.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with Marco.
JJ can wait for what he wants, but Tim has to grab the sermon right now.
Listen, the sermon.
Standard. This is just ridiculous.
Sermon is special though, Tim. Anyone
Right.
can get a sub.
Hey, no,
It's an
And the
anniversary
Sermon's better
model.
than the Explorer too.
It's an anniversary model. You can't go wrong with any Rolex anniversary model. We got Vincent George saying date.
with it, but
Date, just buy a Submariner. That's right. Just buy a Submariner, Joe. There you go. Derek Moniz saying, my first luxury
I think it'll
watch.
get me some. I think it'll get. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, go.
No, I was saying I think it'll get me some respect in the AD turning down a sub and saying I'll wait for the no date. I think he'll be impressed. If I tell him,
100%.
listen, I really want the no date. I'd rather just wait. Give that to someone who really wants it. You know, I don't want to just.
I agree.
You know, I don't want to just take it to take it. I really like to get what I like. You know.
That's right, guys. Derek Moniz saying, my first luxury watch was the Datejust 41, white gold fluted bezel on a Jubilee, silver dial, stick markers. I'll never sell it. That's a perfect first Rolex. Perfect. I mean, what more do you want?
Nice.
JJ, did they give you a discount for the Datejust?
I didn't buy the Datejust from the AD. I bought that. I wound up buying it on the secondary market for $9,500 all in.
There you go.
I got it under retail, but I mean they're not giving discounts on that watch. There's no way. It's selling for like 13,000 now, more, or about 13,000.
Oh, yeah.
I would say. Oh, well, let me ask Joe Kramer a question though. You just got that Seasick Aquaterra. Why are you gonna get the day date? The Datejust. Why are you gonna get the day date?
Because first off, it's 40 grand.
Date
Second,
club.
Okay, so is that
so
you're not getting it?
No, and I threw on the presidential again today at my AD, and it's just so damn heavy. It's so damn heavy. Like I've even if
Yes,
I
it's
did
very
buy it, I don't think I'd wear it that often.
Brick.
JJ, we got Grand Sicko saying, get the 124060. There you go, guys.
Oh, Grand
We gotta-
Seiko, listen, we disabled the filters
Okay.
yesterday. Try it again. Sorry, because man, we had issues with the filters on my channel.
We got Dom saying, a
All right,
friend
so
of
you're
mine
not gonna get that. All right.
Oh, yeah, he's not going to get the data. I don't think so. Joe, you got to get a sub, man. Get the 40. Get the 40. It's the way to go. A friend of mine got a Panda Daytona Pepsi and Frog today. So sermon, I'm assuming. All three at the same time. Jesus, he said that he only left 70K with this AD. I can hardly believe it. Pure luck. I mean,
Jesus. Damn.
Jesus, Lord Almighty. That is absolutely
Panda Daytona Pepsi
insane.
and the Frog today. Wow.
We got Vincent George saying, JJ, I turned down the 116610 to wait for the 114060, and it came in 2 weeks in 2019. Agree.
Yeah. I don't think.
Right.
Like I said, I think it'll gain some respect if I say, give it to someone who really wants it. I really want the no date. You know, I think that'll go a long way.
Yeah, get the no date sub, get the Paul Newman,
maybe
and get the Panda. There you go.
I really want panda, and a rupee.
JJ, how about this one? I'll give you a third option. JJ, I'll give you a third option. How about you tell him, I've been thinking, I really want both a date and a no date.
No,
What is he
that's a
gonna say
bad
about
idea.
that?
He's gonna say, "Get out of my store. You make me sick."
Too greedy.
All right.
Ooh, monochrome silver
Is it too
pops.
greedy?
Got Ben
Yeah.
Z saying President is my next watch. Hey man, wear it in good health. Hope you pull the trigger.
I just thought of something. Okay, if I buy that date just, I should have bought enough Rolexes to be able to request a two-tone root beer.
Should be able to request a steel piece too.
Paul, we just got
Yeah,
one
get
of
a
those.
steel piece. You get a steel piece.
Well, my only options would be a Batgirl or
A Bruce
Pepsi.
Wayne. Get the Bruce Wayne, or the Pepsi. Get the Bruce Wayne. I would say.
Yeah, but I'm gonna need to buy a lot more date just for that.
No,
Well,
you won't
already
get
bought what? You already bought 3
No,
Rolexes
no.
from him, didn't you?
Yeah, but not
What
consecutively.
did you get from him?
I bought the Rolex Explorer 1, the
Right.
Yacht Master. So I bought the Explorer 1 at the beginning of 2021, and bought the Yacht
Right.
Master
Right.
at the beginning of 2020. So I bought both of those in 2020. I bought the that would be it. Those are the two things I bought from them.
Now, let me ask you a question. Would you rather have just the root beer, or would you have 2 GMT, like the Bruce Wayne and the root beer, or would it be one or the other?
Honestly, yeah, I think the Batgirl would probably be a little bit better because it would not be so heavy.
We call it the Bruce Wayne, Joe. The Bruce Wayne. It's the Bruce Wayne, man.
It wouldn't be so heavy. Like I wouldn't be heavy in two tones at that point. I would have a nice variety of colors.
Right.
Right, but I'm saying,
got Billy.
would you get both if the opportunity presented itself, or would you only want one?
I probably only would want one.
Yeah, I would try to get I would just tell him, listen, can you get me the black and blue GMT? I really need a sports piece. You know what I mean? After you get the date just, that's what. And if he says no, you don't have enough purchase history or something like that, then maybe get the root beer. But I would try to get a steel sports out of the deal after the date just.
So here's another interesting thing. So last year when I was getting my Explorer, I made the remark like, "Oh, it's kind of small," and they immediately popped off like, "Oh, we can get you an Air King."
Yeah.
Do I bite the bullet on an Air King and then flip it?
Yeah, you're not really going to get much for it. I wouldn't burn I wouldn't burn a steel sports. I would try to hit him for something heavy.
I don't know.
You know.
Ooh, we got Alex K saying I have a chicken wrist and bought the Datejust 36 with a 17% discount. The 41 looks so flat and big for my wrist.
Ooh.
Maybe a 36 is the way to go, man. If you prefer
Probably
smaller.
is.
But I think the 40 fits on your wrist perfectly, man.
It depends on who makes the lugs. I mean, it depends on the model and depends on the brand. Like that presidential, it looks fine on my wrist because it's a true 40, but the Supermax case
I was
doesn't.
getting a 36. I get the Explorer.
Ooh, that's a good option too. Vincent George, years before this, the
I tell
AD
you guys
offered me a. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, you're cutting in and out, JJ, for me, so I can't hear you when you're talking.
I figured that.
Yeah.
I figured that. I was just saying, if I
Open the window more, JJ.
small
Open the window
wrist-
more.
I know
Go ahead, JJ.
those are rolled up. What, you hear noise?
JJ, was he in the? Oh, okay.
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
No, we can't hear you. You're cutting out.
Do I sound like plastic penis pump?
Yeah,
If
exactly.
I had this small wrist, I would get a 36 mil. I must be on a major delay.
No, it's because
Oh my
you keep
God.
cutting, like whenever you talk, you like cut mid-sentence and then we can't hear anything
It's
for a
so
while.
funny. We wait for 5 seconds for you to start talking, and then we start laughing, and you start talking.
We got Vincent George. Years before this, the AD offered me a sub when I bought my wife's ring. I said, nah, don't really wear watches. Rookie move on my part.
Wah, wah, wah.
And that's right, guys. Wah is right. Joe Kramer is giving me a headache. Get the 40 sub. Get the 40 sub. That's it. Do you know when are presenting
The dilemma.
WIC JLC Vacheron 2021 novelties? I don't know, but I look forward to it. It should be good. It should be good. I love Vacheron, guys. I don't know what it is. I got a sweet spot for them. Sweet spot.
I want a Vacheron, but I think I'd be too rough on it.
IWC as well. We got Logjam 2. Where's Tim picking up more gummies? Looks like
Edibles.
it. Kuiper My Frog says, get the bloody date. Joe, get the date.
God, it would be cool, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah. You're gonna be on JJ's
Guys-
level tonight.
Guys,
Smack us out of the water.
I'm sorry.
What's your dilemma? Go ahead, JJ. Hold on. Hello?
I think he's talking. It's just that.
JJ, are you
Cut out.
there? Yeah.
I gotta go. I
Yeah.
gotta grab some lunch and talk to my Movado AD real quick.
Take care, Joe, man. Thank you for coming in. Movado.
Yeah, I've got big things.
Movado,
cooking
what the
with them.
All right, Joe. You're getting removed for that one. That's a bannable offense.
Jeez.
offense. Take care, Joe. I love you, man. I'm just messing with you. If you guys would like to join, I just posted
Man.
the link in the chat if you would like to join. So you can always join in. But Tim, I gotta be honest
to
with
go
you.
to a seminar as well.
All good. I'll continue the stream alone.
How
This
is it?
Rolex. Honest, I really went into it a little skeptical. I'm like,
Now you know
No,
what
what's
the
the
hype
hype?
is all about.
yeah, what the hell is all this hype about? You know what I mean? And man, unbelievable. It's incredible. It's just so usable. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Mwah. That's it. That's all I gotta say. I cannot wait to just wear this and make some memories with it. I think Alex Spain brought up a good point in kind of my comments of one of my videos saying somebody like me should be able to get these watches at retail. And I agree, but it is what it is, guys.
But you wouldn't appreciate it as much if they were available at retail. See, that's the thing.
Ooh, Joe Kramer saying the Movado AD could maybe get me a pre-ceramic sub. Want to see what they would charge me, but it doesn't have the modern clasp. It doesn't have the glide lock clasp. You got to get the 40. Get the 40. No settling for a pre-ceramic. You got to get the 40. I love it. Grind Sickle
How
looks
about he's
good.
got-
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. It fits my wrist so well. Like literally, I don't know if you saw the wristwatch shots that I put. It's just like the lugs
It's a perfect
end
watch.
right at the end. Yeah, they end right at
Just
the end of my
touch.
wrist. Exactly.
And the fact
Just
that
perfect.
it's like fat lugs, it has nothing. There's nothing wrong with this watch. Like people complain about the symmetry, and then they don't like how the lugs are too thick. I don't know. I've been wearing it for 5 years in good health. It's always,
I
this
actually
watch
don't know
has
if I would
always been
prefer
with me.
thinner
This
lugs.
thing is,
Honestly, I really don't know if I would prefer thinner lugs.
it's
But
like-
thank you, Grant Sico. I appreciate that. I really love this watch. Just gorgeous. The one thing I
and
will
the
say
fact
though
that
is,
the clasp is smaller. That could be a positive.
yeah, 100%. I will say though, one thing is that what's it called? Whenever you like touch the bezel,
Yeah.
it like leaves a fingerprint. You know what I mean? That's the one thing that I don't like. That's the one thing. Ooh, Alex Payne. It says device is not connected, but otherwise I would add you, man. Hold on, let's see if he's probably just joining into the stream.
Oh, yeah. It's
We
a
got-
fingerprint magnet. But the cool thing, because nothing of it can
There we
scratch,
go.
you can just rub
Let's
it
go.
against your ass.
Don't tell. Is that an Aquanaut?
Ooh.
Show that us
Are you
again.
happy?
Oh, it's incredible.
It's a little late in Spain, so I'm going to bed. I just wanted to know if you are happy with your.
I'm so happy, man. I couldn't believe it.
Okay, I just wanted to greet Tim too. Nice to see you, Tim.
Let's do a wristwatch check.
Hey, Alex.
I want to see it, Alex.
Are you?
Show us the
It's
stunner.
about you. It's about you. I don't want to.
Show us the stunner. I'm putting you on the spot.
Ooh.
my goodness.
Oh,
It has a blue strap, because I have mine with the bracelet,
Yeah.
and I don't like the bracelets too much, so I changed it to a non-official, blue strap.
oh, dude, really?
It's the one my
Holy
AD
shit,
get
that's
me. I
crazy.
prefer the one with the rubber strap, but what are you going to say?
Yeah,
Wow.
100%. Hey, man, thank you for popping
Wow.
on. I know it's late in Spain. If you got to go, I understand. But if you want to stay, you're more than welcome, man. Thank you as always.
Thank you so much.
You got an amazing
I'm
watch.
happy for you. Just keep enjoying.
Yes.
I'll try to see Artisov if it's not too late tonight, okay?
All right, awesome.
Bye.
Take care, Alex.
Take care.
Appreciate you having you on.
Damn, this guy. Have you seen his collection?
Never. No, I haven't seen his collection.
Jeez,
But we know he's got a
you need to see that
5711
collection.
and a Knock. That's incredible. Did you see
Bangers.
Barfaniak's
Absolutely.
Omega Seamaster damaged AR coating on the sapphire crystal? Right, for real? I did not see that. That might be because he posted a new video, but I only check like once every couple of weeks. I'm not really subscribed to him or anything like that. Actually, no, I think I might be, but I don't really check his channel very often.
But that's
Shitter.
what happens to the AR coating. But that's what happens to the AR coating. That stuff
Yeah, the
scratches
bezel.
and it just looks ugly.
The bezel doesn't sound right. I don't know why, but my microphone, I can't get my freaking stupid Rode microphone, so I'm using my laptop mic, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd give you guys a close-up of that.
Why do you sound like?
Yeah, I don't know why, man. I unplugged everything. I plugged it back in. I tried over and over again, but, man, it's just not working, man. Technology is just doesn't want to cooperate.
Can you download the software?
Yeah, I could. I'll do it after, if anything, though. It's not a big deal. Tin Man saying, I don't think you would be as impressed with the Explorer. I agree. I love the sub. I love the Submariner. I'm so happy with it, honestly. Wait, let me ask you, does the Explorer have a different glass?
It's the bezel.
Yeah, 100%.
It does. It doesn't have the...
yeah, because it doesn't have the glide lock.
It doesn't have the glide. It just has the 5mm...
Easy Link.
Easy Link, yeah. Do you know what the Easy Link looks like?
Yeah, you have to what's it called? Like folds over itself, right?
You pull, yeah. You pull it apart, and it just gives you like 5.
Ooh, we got Nub Gunner wants me to drop the link. Sure, man. You're more than welcome.
When I got the Explorer 2, when I got the Explorer 2, that's part of the reason that I didn't appreciate the Explorer 2 in the beginning. It took me really a long time to love that watch.
Yeah, he says check on Instagram. What's his Instagram? Tell me what his Instagram is, and of course I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up for sure.
Hold on.
We got Mikey saying, I say this in the knowledge that no one cares. The fat lugs make it look like a pocket watch strapped on the string, exaggerated to make the point. I don't think so. I actually quite like it, Mikey. I really do. I think the proportion, people say the proportions aren't good looking, but I totally disagree. I think that the thinner lugs would actually look kind of out of place. I don't know about you, but I really do feel that the thinner lugs wouldn't look as nice. I mean, just my opinion. What's going on, Nub Gunner? Hope you're well, man.
Nub Gunner! Now all of us have the 40 mil. Whisk, what check? He's got the black.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Nub, how's
to cancel out the other?
How's the Can you hear?
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, we're good. We can hear you.
Okay. Sorry, I'm out here on the balcony. I'm at the beach. How do I flip the camera around on my phone?
No idea.
You flip the phone.
What's that?
You turn the phone sideways. You see it?
Oh, well, I just have the front camera.
No, he's talking about the camera, so he wants to switch what camera he's using to record himself.
How do I flip around the camera to the other side?
You just turn the phone. You see? You turn it sideways. You flip. There you go.
Can I just go?
Yeah, did you want me to go? Well, I just wanted to pop on and say what's up, guys.
Uh-oh.
Hey, I hope you're well. We got a question. We got Dom saying, I'm also wearing a sub date today, sub club. That's right, guys. Got to be part of that sub club. You got the GMT black. There you go, guys.
My camera.
Gorgeous.
You just go this way.
Oh, that's the 40 mil. That's
Alex K asking, will your next watch be another Rolex or other brands? Honestly, I have no idea. Oh, you're talking about Bark and Jack Instagram. Let me pull it up then. What's it called?
No.
Hello? Okay, he just dropped out. I was wondering what that was. Yeah, Alex K asking, will my watch be another Rolex or something else? I have no idea, honestly. I really don't know. Yeah, I'm just appreciating and enjoying this watch for now. I have no idea what I'd be looking for next because I don't really need anything or want anything. And I also don't have the budget for anything. So
The Submariner, it's such a heavy hitting watch. When I had it, I wasn't even thinking about getting a second watch. You know?
right,
Like
exactly.
for the first like year and a half, I was just in so much awe. I had so much happiness. Like like in real world, guys, think about it. That's all you need. The sub date. I mean, once sub no date, you need something else.
Ooh, look at this.
Sub date, it's just
Barf and Yak. Look at the scratches on his crystal. I think because they have a double AR coating, right? I'm pretty sure they do it on the front and on the back.
Yeah.
So it might be both sides ultimately scratching. I'm pretty sure, or the top side scratching. Damn, that sucks.
Why
Man.
does he say something about does he say something about it or?
Well, yeah, he's saying that it's scratched. That's what he's showing.
No. Oh, okay.
Ooh, what do you think about this 4-piece? 114060, so that's the 40 mil Submariner, the 41 Jubilee, gorgeous, and fluted white dial, nice, ceramic bluesy, and a Bruce Wayne. Perfect 4-piece combo. You got your diver, your luxury diver. You got your what's it called? Your dress watch, and you got your GMT. It's perfect. If you don't like chronographs or want chronographs, then what do you need? It's perfect. It's a great 4-piece combo. Awesome. We got Dom says, I prefer the old Submariner. Actually, guys, this super case to me is much nicer than the newer case. I think that actually if I were to wear the newer case, I don't know, I might find the lugs to be too thin. I've just never had the pleasure of trying on the 41 yet. So I would stick to the 40. Obviously, it's the watch that I have. I really like it. I think the proportions are actually great on it. But again, that's because I haven't tried on a 41 sub. I have tried on a pre-ceramic, and I will say they are a little, in my opinion, a little small. But they wear a little smaller. But that's just my opinion. Mark P saying, Marco, I'm wearing the same watch. Look at it this way.
I have to go.
Oh, take care, Tim. Thank you for coming on, man. We got Mark P saying, I'm wearing the same watch. Look at it this way. After wearing it for 20 years and having it polished 3 times, it'll have the same lugs as the new one. No, man, you can't get these watches polished. You got to keep them in original condition. Well, I mean, you can do whatever you want. They're your watches. You know what I'm saying? We got Van Luck saying the GMT black is sick too. Yeah, absolutely. Amazing watch. Get an Omega next, Marco? I don't know what I would get, honestly. I think about it now. I've been saying how I like that Zenith El Primero with the kind of tricolored blue subdials. But maybe an Omega Speedmaster. Maybe the 3861 if it's actually able to fit my wrist properly. Who knows? We got Logjam 2 over the last year. My AD has offered me a lot of steel sports. I don't want should have taken them all and flicked to get closer to what I want. Hey, man, there's nothing wrong with picking up all the steel sports also. At the end of the day, it does also show that, you are a heavy-hitting client, so there's no reason why you couldn't get the other kind of harder-to-get models that you want in the end. At least that's just my opinion. I have no idea how ADs work because, of course, I went pre-owned. Forget the ADs, and I would say to the ADs. Kuiper My Frog saying, oh, me garbage. Come on. Listen, Omega makes absolutely great watches. Yes, they do have a double coat. Right, so I think it's probably on the one side, the coating actually getting worn off. So one side of the AR coating getting worn off. Right. I think he even says it. I just looked at his post now. He said he just realized that it's the AR coating and not the crystal that's actually scratched. That's a limited edition of Scarface Seamaster. That's a good one, Grant. That is good. And then Kuiper My Frog. I won't ever complain about Rolex not using any AR. I mean, I don't even think you need AR, to be honest with you. Man, otherwise, just move your watch around if there's too much sunlight and look at it from a different angle. I have a Tudor GMT and Zenith Defy, but I keep them in the basement like a bastard child. No, those are great watches. Come on, man. You got to wear them. Otherwise, I would recommend sell them. If you ain't wearing the watches, sell them. Hoard and possess is ridiculous. Then Mikey, Alex K. Marco doesn't know, but we all know his next watch will be another Rolex, probably GMT. Again, I'm not really looking for anything personally. Probably something that would be a GMT as my next watch is what I'm looking for. But yeah, again, I have no idea. I don't know what I want next. Sorry, guys. Seminar last day. No worries. Thank you for popping on, Tim, as usual. The new one has the lock in the back is much thicker, and I think I'm comfortable. The new one has the lock in the back is much thicker, and I think uncomfortable. I'm assuming you mean uncomfortable. Yeah, I would tend to agree. I really like this one. So I mean, you probably can't go wrong with either. But you know, no worries at all. Right, they usually do AR under the crystal, if I'm not mistaken. That's probably better because ultimately you don't end up in kind of the same situation as Bark and Jack, where if you get an AR coating on the top, it actually starts to scratch and wear away, which is probably quite annoying, especially for a luxury wristwatch. But knowing him, he's probably going to flick it off anyway for another Rolex, right? Because he loves all the independent brands, but he only collects Rolex. Grand Seiko, doesn't the sub have AR on the inside? Yeah, it does. It does. So, talking whiz watches, guys. Let's talk about maybe what I should get next. What do you guys recommend I get next? I don't even know. That's probably a great question to ask. By the way, guys, I'm probably going to do this for about another 15 minutes, about 5:30. Call it a day because I do want to have some dinner and get ready for the Archie Luxury live stream. So you got Mr. Perpetual saying, I'm wearing the old Kermit today. Definitely feels like a different watch than its ceramic counterparts. The hollow center links, etc. Right, yeah, for sure. Definitely wears a lot differently, 100%. Spike Me Dead, Joe Kramer says the Movado AD said they could get me any Rolex to your sub, but it has to be used, no cards, and they're refurbished models. Stay the heck away, man. Stay the heck away. We got Weekday Hustle says, I wonder if he claims his watch on tax because of the straps he sells. I mean, technically speaking, if you're a monetized channel, you can write this off as an expense, right? I'm pretty sure you can write off at least part of it, probably not all of it, but at least a good chunk. But if you sell it, let's say you sell it at a profit, you actually have to pay capital gains tax on it. Again, I'm not really sure how it works, but that's how I'm assuming it has to work, right? Because it's a business expense. And if you make a profit, if you write it off as an expense and you ultimately sell it for a profit at the end, you do have to pay capital gains tax on kind of a regular business. At least that's how it works in Canada. And if you're running a YouTube as your business, obviously, I would assume it works kind of the same way. Got EPC saying, I still like your choice for a vintage Pepsi. I love the 16700. Again, it's not something I think that most people my age are looking for. I think that it's pretty sentimental. It's a piece that has a decent amount of sentimental value to me, again, because it's a birth-year watch. And I've always loved pre-ceramic Pepsis. I think they just pop. They're different. They're beautiful. And they got a vintage charm that watches, unfortunately, that are being produced today just don't have. We got Brent in the chat. What's going on, Brent? Hope you are well. And then we got interesting, stand correct. And then he says, Joe Kramer says, no, I can't put a down payment and decline if I don't like it. Don't get those watches. Refurbished models. I mean, they might be polished to death, and then you gotta get it. We got Dom saying, by the way, Marco loves independent brands. His brands sell well again. You just need to know where. There are many forums for this. Chrono 24 is not a benchmark. Right. The only ones that I really know personally, I don't really know many forums, honestly, Dom. If you could actually inform me on some of the forums, I'd love to know. I would honestly love to know. Because, I mean, if you're looking at Chrono 24, let me just share my screen with you guys first. You know what's funny, guys, is that honestly, I used to look at the kind of saved searches I have every single day. I have a lot of saved searches because I look at a lot of watches. But since I purchased the sub and kind of the weeks leading up to the sub purchase, I have like stopped looking at all saved searches for a long time. So Like if I look at, for example, Kudoki's one brand that I really like, there's absolutely nothing, right? So you have no idea what kind of the resale market is. If you go to Habring, there's some stuff from Habring. The one thing is, it's like a lot of these watches don't sell very quickly. Like this has been on the market for a while, this right here, the Salmon Dial. I know this has been up for months on end. So has this. So like, again, the market is not that great for it, especially the resale market I'm talking about. But the watches themselves are absolutely incredible. I love Habring so much. I mean, these are just incredible pieces of horology. So it's just great. Ooh, we got Joe Kramer saying, yeah, but if the damn thing is refurbished, F that garbage, 100%, man. Don't get that. Go contact David SW, David SW, David SW, and get yourself a beautiful 40 mil Submariner. It fits perfect on your wrist, man. Mark will get the new Speedy. If it fits my wrist, 100%, I would get the new Speedy. Maybe over the Zenith, though. What do you guys think? I'd love to get your thoughts. Zenith Manufacturer Edition. Whoa, what is this? Zenith Manufacturer Edition. What do you guys think, guys? I want to get your opinion down in the comment section below. If I was given the option between this or the Omega at a fair price, obviously, I would take the Zenith every day and twice on a Sunday. But what do you think? Would you take this or the Omega Speedmaster instead? We got Logjam 2. I have both pre-ceramic and ceramic Rolex, and I have to say, when I put on the pre-ceramic, they make me smile. Yeah, they've got a vintage old world charm that I got to tell you, I think that modern watches just aren't made with anymore. And I think that's what I love personally about kind of vintage Pepsis, or I guess you could call them neo-vintage Pepsis. And that's why ultimately I would love to add one to my collection. Mr. Perpetual, who do I recommend? In America? In America? That's right, guys. David SW, David SW, David SW. And Brent says, I would take the Zenith. I agree. I love this watch. This watch is so unique. It's really unlike, I mean, listen, it's a pretty standard issue, kind of El Primero looking watch, but I think like in that it's a 38 millimeter size, but it's got the historical A386 case. I think that the tricolored blue subdials are super nice. Obviously, it's got the Zenith El Primero movement, historic movement. It was a movement, obviously, if you know the story, that to me is just unbelievable. I mean, it was a company that was on the brink of kind of dying if it wasn't for a watchmaker hiding all the kind of parts and the tools and the machines to make this movement literally in an attic. I mean, Zenith wouldn't have had the El Primero watch. And at the end of the day, I mean, the Daytona as we know it maybe wouldn't even be what it is today if it wasn't for the Zenith El Primero. So I think that the story coupled with the incredible horology, and I think the overall look of the watch to me is really, really appealing. That's why I love this watch. Ooh, you like a black dial. Personally, I prefer white dial for Zenith, and it would be a little bit different in my collection, especially if I'm going to have my TAM, my Submariner, and I would have a GMT that's, what's it called? That is 3 black dials. So a white dial would actually be kind of different, and I think probably a welcome addition to the collection. Ooh, Mr. Perpetual said, I'm still on the fence regarding the new Man on the Moon bracelet. Have you seen Mr. Perpetual Showcase Watches his review of the Omega Speedmaster? It's actually a great review. He talks about kind of all the myths that have been circulating about the what's it called? About the sharpness of the case. And in terms of the bracelet itself, I think he kind of hit the nail on the head in saying that it's a bracelet that has kind of a vintage aesthetic, but with a modern build quality. So I think, I don't know, I would say this, probably try it on, because ultimately experience, nothing beats experience and hands-on experience with the watch. But I think they actually did pretty well. And also I think that the clasp is very small, like in terms of the clasp overall. So just be careful about that for new Speedmaster owners. But again, I don't own one, so I think I don't know. I haven't tried the new one on, so I can't really be the one to tell you. Marco, no advertisement, no free contact for David SW. There you go. Sorry, I thought you were referring, to the Chronomaster Sport that just came out. That's a great watch. Also, that'd be a great watch to add to the collection also, potentially. Again, if it fits on the wrist, 40 millimeters, I'm pretty sure. But that's a beautiful watch. That is really gorgeous watch. I really do like it. The watch you have up is very nice. Okay, sweet. Thank you. I appreciate that. Do you care much for the Zenith Chronomaster Classic Cars Edition? Well, I don't even know if that's actually a model, but let me look it up. This is actually quite nice, to be honest with you. I actually quite like this. This is really nice. A little off the beaten path, very different from what you would traditionally see from, I would say, kind of Zenith, or what you would expect from Zenith. Obviously, you still got your tricolored subdials. You got your nice pushers that I really like. The case seems very nice. I don't know if it's a 42 or 38. You can let me know down in the chat. I actually think this is quite nice, to be honest with you. Really nice. Yeah, that's a great watch, Kuiper My Frog. Really, really nice. If it fits, do you think the speedy will be too small for you? It's 42 millimeters. No, it would be too big. That's what I'm worried about. Hold on. Yeah, so the one thing I would be scared about is if the Speedmaster would actually be too big for me, because the last one was too big. So that's what I'm scared about. I like the Speedy better. It comes with the bracelet and almost half the price. Yeah, for sure. But again, Zenith can be had at a pretty significant discount. So hopefully at the end of the day, you can get one I can get the one that I want at a discount. Ooh, we got a special guest appearance. Arch, what's going on, Archie?
Hey, I just thought I'd say hello. Drop in for a couple minutes. We got my show coming up in about 40 minutes, 45 minutes. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm about to end the stream in 4 minutes exactly.
That's okay. I just wanted to say it's finally sunk in. You've had a good sleep.
Yep.
How do you feel about it?
Unbelievable, Arch. It really blows my expectations away. It's perfect. I mean, it fits my wrist perfectly. Super wearable, super versatile. Again, I look forward to wearing it because ultimately I'm going to have it probably for the next month or so.
Next month? What do you mean by that?
Well, because I don't have my PAM, right? My PAM is in for service.
Yeah, but you're never going to wear the PAM again.
No, I'm going to wear it, Arch. I do like that Panerai. I like the Panerai, contrary to popular belief.
Wouldn't you, I don't want to be...
Flick the PAM and get the Explorer? That's what you're about to say?
Yeah.
But again, Arch...
You can't keep everything. You know this?
Yeah.
Can't keep everything. And how much could you get for the PAM?
I don't know. I reckon probably 5,500 Canadian, 6,000, somewhere in that range.
How much is the Explorer?
It's about 8,800.
So shortfall?
Short 3, yeah, roughly 3,000. But I can make up that 3,000.
Coming up with 8,800.
Yeah, I can come up with 3,300 pretty easily. To be honest with you, I mean, I've got that now.
Now you're going to get more for it if it's been serviced. Make sure you get a receipt from the guy so you can prove it to the next person who buys it. It's fully serviced.
Yeah.
Flick it. Oh.
Yeah, but Arch, man, I wore that watch. I've told you the story before. You know what I mean?
I sold the watch. I had got married, divorced, kids. You know what? At the end of the day, you know what I have realized, Marco? It's only a possession. It doesn't have any power. It's just a possession, right? It's not the moment. It's not the memory. The thing is, you had a nice watch. That's great. But it doesn't have it's like the car that Kennedy was shot in, or the pen that John F. Kennedy used, or Bill Clinton. So what? It's just a pen. It's a pen that somebody used. If I were you, Marco, you can't. I know myself. I've just paid the piper. Listen to this. Do you want to hear something sad or not?
Tell me.
Okay, so I got 32.5 for my 6006.
Yep.
Then I had to pay commission to the guy I got it off because he had first right to buy it, right? For
The price, yeah.
because he didn't sell it for me to make money. He sold it to me to have a 6006.
Right.
And I said, look, how much would it make you happy just to smooth it over? I don't want to burn you. What do you think? He said, flick me $500. Now, that sounds a lot of money, I agree, but this is a $30,000 sale, okay?
Right.
So 32.5 becomes 32. Now, just between you and me, I want it out of my possession as soon as possible. If I've sold it, I've taken the money, I don't want this thing. You know what? I want to give it to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I booked tickets yesterday. Unfortunately, where this guy is it's not Sydney or Melbourne, it's Adelaide. It's cost me 2 tickets. The tickets were $440 plus accommodation $150, so $560 plus taxis. I'd be probably $1,000 in the hole.
Well, you can't. Why can't you just mail it to him? Get insured shipping, no? It'll probably save you like $700.
They only insure up to $5,000, and they don't do jewelry or watches.
Oh, that's awful.
Okay, and I don't want it to go missing. Do you understand?
Yeah, 100%.
I'm too old to do that stuff anymore. So we're down to about. So let's say I've only costed $590 for travel expenses, 31,410. I paid my credit card off, $10,353.34. I paid my wife's card off, $5,290.21. I had another guy who I owed $500 to, so $16,143.55 in debt reduction. Then I've kept $12,000 for the Pepsi. 12,000 Australian. That's like 12,000 Canadian. I gave my wife $1,000 to have in her bank account as a float because we're not going to use credit card anymore. We're just going to have a debit card. So there's no point giving her a debit card with $10 in it. That's not going to last long for groceries. And so $1,000 there. And I put $2,000 into my emergency fund bank account. All gone. The money has all gone now. It's all gone. Let me tell you this, mate. You're going to create new memories with... Look, you can't get sentimental. If you're going to get it's like sentiment. Don't get sentimental with a stock. You know what?
Yeah.
It's like my 6006. I had this woman who let me have a little bit of fun with her and this and that. Very, very, very good memories. But you know what? Having that possession ain't going to bring that memory back. I mean, it's not going to rekindle it. It's got no magic powers. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Sell the damn thing. I'm saying that. I didn't say disrespect it. Take a beautiful photograph of the watch and say, this was my Pam. But you cannot possibly hold on to everything. I mean, seriously, between you and me, the Explorer is a far better watch than the Pam will ever be.
Right, but the thing is
if you were rich, keep everything.
Yeah, 100%.
But you're a struggling guy, right? Which is fair enough. I get it. But you really got to say, you know, do I really want the Explorer? See, you can come up with $3,300. That's not the end of the world. But to come up with 8,800 is big ask.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Look, 3,300. I got that now. You understand? Like, I wouldn't have to sell shares or anything like that. Like,
how
I'm good.
long before the Explorer comes in, if it's going to come in?
No idea. It's when the AD calls me. I mean, they said they quoted me the fall, right? So September, October, November. So I'm thinking
perfect. You get a couple of months to think about it, and then flick it and get ready.
Right. But what I'm thinking, Arch, is I work, like, let's say I work in the summer, like 60, 80, 90 hours a week, right?
You know what, Mark,
I get like 3 jobs. and I could get the Explorer anyways.
Marco, let me say this to you. Yeah, you can all do that, right? But you know what?
I've done it before. That's how I got the sub.
Yeah, but it's not fun. You got that beautiful girl who likes you. You want to spend some time doing things that young 21-year-olds do. You don't want to just work.
Ah, that's stupid, Arch. That's loser talk. Rolex men got to get the job done, Arch. You got to get the Rolex.
I'm just saying to you, a bit of moderation.
But Arch, the thing is let's be honest. Girlfriends, wives, side flings, they're expensive to maintain. And I could spend that money on Rolex, Arch. That's how I've avoided.
But you look, just between you and me, okay? You know, in that movie, Christine. Do you ever see that movie, Christine?
No, but tell me what happened.
It's a Stephen King movie.
Right.
It's this car. He falls in love with this car. It's a Plymouth Belvedere. He's in the car. This car becomes possessed, right? He goes, there's nothing finer than having your own car, except maybe pussy. So he said. So, I mean, seriously, look, I understand. I was like you, but look, just slow down a bit. You want to have some fun things. You don't want to be total. You can work, but you want to say, you know what, a bit of balance.
I done it once in the summer. It's doable. You just got to be you got to have a good schedule.
And remember, it's you only live once. You don't know how long you got. Gentleman's hangouts on. He's talking here. Hey, JJ, how are you?
What's going on, guys? How are you?
JJ, I'm trying to tell Marco. Now, I'm not trying to push him into anything, right?
Right.
But I said to him, he's telling me he sent his Pam for a service.
Yes.
I said, what you should really do is, when it comes back from the service, flick it and get the Explorer.
Right.
I said, just because it had memories, it's your first watch, it was this, you know what? Is a pen that John F. Kennedy used really going to give you the wisdom of John F. Kennedy? I don't think so.
But Arch, Milo Ren brings up a good point, right? It'd just be 1 year or a couple of months where I would just struggle, work extremely hard in the summer, right? I can get easily about 10,000 in the summer.
Yeah, well, do that and keep the money, but you don't need to have the Pam and the. Look, to be honest with you, the Pam is not. Pam is a great watch. It's a fantastic
it's not a
watch.
Rolex.
You know what?
It's not a Rolex though. That's
Pass
the thing.
it on to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Let someone else enjoy it.
Oh.
The boss man is correct. Listen,
Look,
you're young, Marco. You know what I mean? By the time you get to be like my age or Archie's age, you can't save everything. You'll have a ton of stuff. You know what I mean?
I do. Have you seen my house, JJ? I've been throwing. You know what, JJ? I kept things like a coaster. I can't even remember what that girl let me do to her. I've got a coaster that something special happened. I can't even remember what erotic thoughts I had. You know what? I throw out the coaster. You know this?
Arch, look at this guy, okay? He's got 15 Rolex, okay, that he keeps minty. They're all stickered. He says, don't sell it, you'd regret it, because he sold his Explorer to his son, and then he bought it back off his son, and now his son wants it back because it's his first watch. He sold his Explorer, which was his first watch, to his son.
Anyone who keeps things in stickers, that's ridiculous, okay?
Yeah.
Watches are for wearing.
There you go, I agree.
Whiskey's for drinking, watches are for wearing, and wenches are for wooting, okay? Let's be totally honest here. JJ, I'm not saying... You know what I said to him? I said, look, Marco, take a beautiful photo of that watch.
Right.
Get it framed in your room. This was my first watch.
There you go. That's much cheaper.
You don't need to own the bloody thing. You don't need to have it. You don't need to have... What are you going to do? You're going to keep the condom wrapper from your first erotic experience. You're going to keep your lube tube from the... Man, this is ridiculous. You know what?
Yeah, no, you're right. What I would do, Marco... I was going to say.
What's going to happen when you die, Marco? They're going to turn this into a Marco museum. This was the first watch. They're going to forget you, Marco.
They're going to bury me
sell
with
it on eBay. They're going to sell it on eBay. They got no attachment. You know what? Your watches are yours. Forget sharing heirlooms. I wanted to keep Patek, and I'll keep this for this. You know what? This is my money. I got to live my life now. And I want to tell you, if you enjoy the PAM, don't. Maybe it's not the right time to sell it, but eventually, what the first watch you ever had? How does that make it special? Unless you become a super celebrity, that means nothing to nobody.
Arch, you know what I would say is this, okay? I purposefully also did this to think about this, right? So I'm sending my PAM away for a month. I'm gonna wear my Submariner. If I don't miss it, and I tell myself, let's say I don't really care if I don't have it.
Look, you will miss it. It's a great watch, but you know what? You got to say to yourself, do I prefer to have an Explorer and a sub, or do I want to have a PAM and a sub? That's what you got to ask yourself this. You just got to work it out. Look, there is no right or wrong. To be completely honest with you, JJ, I don't care what the boy does. Okay? It doesn't really matter to me. These are first world problems, okay, JJ?
Right. Yeah, I mean, I would have flicked it before I got it serviced. I think you kind of wasted the money there. But in the meantime, you haven't gotten a call for the Explorer yet. Maybe hold the two and then see how you feel. If you get the call, charge it on your credit card. And then, you have a month to pay it off. Flick the PAM if you need the money.
Yeah, but I can work this summer probably 60, 90 hours, something like that. I'll get like 2-3 jobs, something like that. And I can get 10,000 easily. It's 8,800 at retail. It's not that much money, honestly. Right. Not for somebody who's living at home and has no expenses, you know? And JJ, I don't go out partying and doing all that nonsense. So 8,800.
I'm not saying you should definitely sell it. I'm just saying I think you would enjoy, if you had to choose one or the other, I think you'd enjoy the Explorer. You got to do what's best for you. I don't know.
What I'm thinking is this, okay? I'm thinking of emailing the AD, the guy I'm in contact with, and I tell him, listen, I'm a student, right? I've got some student loans to pay off. Would it be possible for you to get me the Explorer after, say, September, October, November? You know what I mean? Or in November, closer to like November, December. Because by then I could 100% get the money.
I mean, if you really want to keep the PAM, then that's what you're going to have to do. If you have to wait to save the money, you just tell them, listen, I was waiting for you to get back to me. I never heard back. I wound up buying a sub, and I still really want to watch. I just need a little time to save up. I'm a student, but I really want to form a relationship with you guys. If you could give me a few months, I'll buy it. The only regret you're gonna have is if he calls you in 2 weeks, and then they discontinue it, or they, not discontinue it, but they update it.
Right, but then I get the new model, right?
Yeah, but you'll lose whatever equity you could get if it goes up in value.
Right.
By the way, while Arch is on the phone, did you see the stock market getting crushed again today?
I stopped looking at it. JJ, I stopped looking at it. I don't want to see it. I really don't want to see it, man.
I lost more money today than in any of the other days. I got really hammered today, but today I started buying back in.
It's awful. I don't want to see any of it.
I dipped my toes, Marco. You know what I said? Wow. Instead of looking at it like I'm losing money, because I'm really not using it anyway, I'm looking at it as a second chance to buy all those stocks that I really wanted when they were, expensive. So I dipped my toe in the pool today. I got some Clover Health today. Clover Health is so cheap right now. That and Corsair are like no-brainers to me. Don't take my advice out there, people. This is just what I'm doing. I'm just telling you my story. I'm not giving any financial advice. But I jumped on those and I bought a little Facebook. We'll see what happens.
So it's all about hoarding and possessing, and just wait and save. Keep your first watch.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. Listen, I still have my first watch, Mo. I'm not trying to talk you out of keeping it, but I'm just saying, if I were you, I'd rather have the Explorer than that. You know what I mean? You have to be. Listen, at the end of the day, it's just a piece of metal. You know what I
Right.
mean? You can't like pet it like it's your lover, like our friend next to you over here. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's still an inanimate object. Don't fall in love with pieces of metal. You can enjoy them for what they are, but when you have to make, a choice, you got to use your head and your heart. You know, which one would you rather have?
Right. Well, I haven't paid the bill yet, but he's told me a standard service costs about $300, and he recommended I change the mainspring, so it's I think $50 for that, so $350 Canadian total. That's what I'm at.
Not bad. And plus, if you wanted to sell it, you could say recently serviced.
Right,
That'll
exactly.
give you a better price. By the way, guys, just so you know, the new vid is up as of 45 minutes ago. If you guys want to smell fresh, the top 5 spring fragrances for 2021 after this live chat. If you guys want to check it out.
Let me pull it up.
We got a half hour between now and Arch. The video is 11 minutes. Squeeze it in.
Hold on. I got to go to my other account.
I ran around all day today. I saw you were on. I said, let me jump on while I'm driving, but I figured it sounded a little like plastic on the road.
Alrighty, guys. Let me just show you what I'm doing. First, we go to the Archie Luxury Livestream. We make sure to turn that like button blue, and we write in the comments, upvote it, just to remind everybody to upvote. And then after we're done with that, we go back to the home screen, and we go to
it's right there on the top.
Gentleman's Hangout. Oh, okay, there you go. Gentleman's Hangout. Make sure you're subscribed. And then we click on this video. We pause it because the stream hasn't ended yet. We like the video before we return back to the stream, and then we can go back to the stream. There you go, guys.
That's how we do it.
That's how you do it. All right, guys. I'm going to end it. I know Archie's in the background, but I'm going to end it on that. Let me just catch up on these chats very quickly. So buy/keep what you love, Marco. Don't let money come into it. If it's not Steel Sports, you can always get a good discount. Yeah, absolutely. Listen, I got time to think about this. You know what I mean? I'm not getting the Explorer tomorrow anyways. They already quoted me for the fall, so we're talking September, October, November. Worst comes to worst, I'll tell them, listen, I'll be honest with them. Listen, I was very serious about getting a watch. The time frame that you guys told me, it was too long for me to wait, and I didn't want to wait that long. I decided to get a sub. Now I'm short for cash. Can you wait maybe until December or until the beginning of the new year in January, and I'll get the Explorer? Why not, man?
Oh, shout out to Paul M. I just saw you subscribe. Thank you.
I'm gonna keep going down the track. Dom, it's more than just a piece of metals. We are watch friends. Exactly, guys.
Listen, we'll still be Marco's watch friend if he sells it.
Still talking about the sub? No, we're not talking about the sub. We're talking about selling the PAM and getting the Explorer. But I think I could get all three, to be honest with you. We'll see. Paul M says, keep the PAM, Marco. You'll regret selling it if it's your first proper watch. Yeah. And it's also got the memories. You know what I mean? Like I said, my grandfather had a long, hard end to his life, and I loved him to death. He's one of my mentors and my idols. I grew up kind of idolizing him, and I wore that watch to like all the hospital visits. Every time I went to go see him, I look down on that watch and I'm reminded of him. So I don't think I could sell it.
Well, then you got to keep it. If your mind ever changes, though, I'm just saying don't feel bad. Like the memory of your grandfather is always in your head. It's not in the watch. It's nice that you have a reminder of it. And
right. But I look down at that watch and I remember him, and I remember that everything's going to be okay. So it's like, right. I can't sell it. I just can't do it, man.
No, listen, if that's how you feel, you keep it. I'm just saying, if there ever comes a day where you say, oh, I really would like to sell this, don't feel guilt-ridden, like, oh, but then I always said, no, the memories are still going to be in your head. So, but for right now, keep it. I mean, I wouldn't sell it right now anyway. You need it as a leather-strapped, dress watch,
right.
kind of.
It's perfect. It's a perfect two-piece diver combo deal.
Can I tell you I almost bought a 574 the other day? I was watching it on eBay, an auction, and it was a pretty decent price, and they were giving a $500 off coupon, but it was from Singapore, and the guy had no rating, so I said, nah, I can't do this.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah, he had no, like, 0 rating, and I don't know what was going on with that, but it was from another. I would have had to pay to import it, so I said, another one will pop up. But I've been thinking about getting the Panerai. I really want the 512. It's kind of the same watch, just a different movement. One's a P1000, the 574. The 512 is the P99. It's a limited edition and it has that faux patinaed. But otherwise, the dial is exactly the same. The case is exactly the same.
Right. I just want to go through the rest of these, and then we're going to end the stream, okay? Just because I want to eat before, because I have a bagel smoked salmon sitting literally right next to me, and my mouth is salivating.
Yeah, go
so
ahead.
I'm starving for it. Well, Sean W. Marco, what fragrance do you use to mask cigar smell from your room? Guys, expensive cigars do not smell bad. They smell fantastic. They're like an odor that you want to keep on smelling. You don't mask that smell, guys. You need to take it all in. We got Watches and Giggles. Marco, congrats on the sub, young man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Wear it in good health. Guys, Watches and Giggles has an amazing channel as well. If you guys aren't subscribed to him, be sure to check him out. Give him a subscription. Like his videos. He's a great guy. He's got great videos. I hope your COVID recovery is going well. I know it hit you pretty badly, but you said that you've been doing better, so I hope you are doing good. We got Milo Ren, Patek 5196, or JLC Master Thin. Ooh, ultra thin perpetual. Oh man, that's hard for me.
Patek.
That is really hard for me.
Patek.
Listen, the Master Ultra Thin Perpetual is a better watch because it's more complicated, but get the JLC. Get the JLC. All right. Let's move on. Vincent George, yeah, that's a fine price for us. So yeah. The guy's he's a good guy, 100%. But yeah, I would say you can't go wrong with either. It's just my personal opinion. I love that JLC Perpetual. It's one of probably the only JLC apart from Robusto I would ever consider owning. But
can you ask you real quick? I know you want to eat, but I have a quick question now. This made me think of, and I'm probably going to forget. Have you seen the IWC Perpetual calendar with the blue, like that blue dial? It's what's it called?
Oh yeah, let me pull it up.
Dial, I guess, right, with the white gold. What do you think of that? I've been really looking at that. I mean,
hold on. Let's pull it up. Sure.
The only reason I said 519 while you're looking that up, I'll just say I was saying 5196 is because I think it's going up a little bit in value. It's getting stronger, whereas JLC I see maybe sitting still or maybe going the other way. That's it with the blue dial. Oh man,
right here, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking. I love these. This to me.
That's white gold, right?
Right, 100% white gold. Yeah. It's got the power reserve also. I mean, this is I'm pretty sure was a collaboration between IWC and JLC. They made the movement together, and it's the same movement as the. No, actually, sorry. This is different from IWC, but they came out with a new one, which is the same, if I'm not mistaken, as the JLC movement. But this is their own movement, and it's, I mean, fantastic, absolutely incredible.
Would I be crazy to buy this?
Ooh, I mean, listen. The problem is, JJ, it's a lot of money. And it's like you would barely – I mean, how often would you wear something like this? Let's be honest, right?
I just want to look at it and pet it.
Yeah, but that's crazy. I mean, you would buy an annual calendar for like, what, $30,000 just to pet it? $30,000. Oh.
Yeah, I know. I'm a sick person. I can't help myself.
That's insane.
I think you could get this used for like 20, something like that.
We got Watches and Giggles saying, doing much better. Thank you, Marco. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, we're with you, man. I had it really bad, too. I hope you I was in the hospital a couple of weeks, so I hope you're doing good.
Awesome. And then we got Nick J says, not always a fan of gold, but the rose gold version of that watch is really nice. And last but not least, perpetual calendar, not annual calendar. Guys, I want to thank you all for joining me. Make sure to like the video if you haven't. Subscribe for more, of course, videos in the future. Guys, we're going to head off. We're going to go to the AC3 stream. So make sure to tune in then. Again, my name is Marco. I'm your watch cardinal. And make sure to stick to Rolex. Rolex,
right. Please.
Thank you guys for joining me, guys. Make sure to check out my boys over at Tim Wright at the Gentleman's Hangout. Like, subscribe.
My new video, by the way, in case anyone wants to see it.
Are you a mod? Wait, it won't show up if you're not a mod.
Well,
you got to type in the chat so I can mod you.
Go ahead, I just did. You see it?
Hold on. No, I don't see it.
Oh, hold on. Let me write again.
Well, you got to type something different, and then just type a regular chat. Yeah.
Between Nick and Dom?
No, I don't see it. No, because if you're posting the link, we won't. Oh, there you go. There you
No,
go.
I'm just writing like hi Marco and stuff like
Now
that.
you're good. Now you're good. Add moderator. There you go. Now you can post the link. So make sure to check out that video in between, guys. That's where we're going to end it off. And guys, thank you all for joining me. Make sure to watch that new video from the Gentleman's Hangout. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you guys in the next live stream. Thank you for joining me.
Later, guys.